So first, we're going to cover why I made this form for my sellers. I'm a real estate attorney and a broker in California, and the DOJ said something that very much concerned me 5 days before the Burnett case closed in December of 2024. Happy New Year, by the way. It's New Year's Eve. The DOJ filed a statement that got me super concerned. Before, I was just worried about broadcasting buyer agent compensation, and I was like, it's still legal, and I want to help my sellers do it when they want to, and I want to help them do it properly. I wasn't sure if I could talk other realtors into this. But when the DOJ filed that lawsuit, I was like, whoa, that applies to all of buyer compensation. It's not just about broadcasting. It's about letting your seller sit there passively and taking offers, which I thought was terrible. I was like, if a seller is thinking about paying buyer agent compensation, they might as well be broadcasting and trying to create multiple offers and use a transparent process. And that's what I was going to educate. I figured it would take a long time. But now with what the DOJ said, it's super concerning. There's no way a realtor can help a seller to sell a home without disclosing these risks that are part of this form. Now, this form is going to be, it's in our community. The community's free, and that form is going to be made prettier and improved over time with the help of other agents. I'm a lawyer. I'll take in their concerns, and I'll try to improve the form. Lots of minds are going to be better than one mind, plus the help of ChatGPT on this. Now, and it's like the 10th iteration already. Now, to explain why I became alarmed, it's because the DOJ, this is the query I gave to Google AI. Google's AI. What did the DOJ say to the California Association of Realtors to get them withdraw their forms related to buyer agent compensation? I put out a video just before they did this, and I said, how can realtors properly advise sellers about the risks of class action suits? I said, the DOJ has told us there's fiduciary risks of compromising the fiduciary duties of the agents. There's risks of steering. There's risks of price fixing and anti-competitive practices. How can a realtor explain to sellers that when they do this, they can mitigate against them, or they have the forms to protect them without explaining the risks, without explaining what it is? I don't think most realtors even understand what the DOJ is pushing on, although some realtors are very smart. And then I was like, okay, whatever, it's blowing over. The process is going to be done. I'll just educate my sellers, about how to do it properly. Maybe I'll offer to help realtors if they want in a one-to-many way, but it's going to be about broadcasting buyer agent compensation. Because I'm thinking, if they're going to agree to it, they might as well broadcast. But then the DOJ made it very, very clear. 5 days before the Burnett class action suit settled, they filed a statement of interest. And in that statement of interest, the DOJ was super critical of the new procedure in which NAR was requiring their realtors to have buyer agents sign buyer agent agreements in which the compensation of the agent was agreed to in writing ahead of time and could not be negotiated or changed later. To me, I was like, wow, is that anti-competitive? And then when the MLSs are insisting that the agents do that, I was like, wow, this almost looks like a criminal enterprise. This could be a fraudulent enterprise, that they're taking a rule that's very competitive, and they're saying, if you want to do business with us, if you want to be able to use the MLS, you have to follow this rule as a buyer's agent. I rarely work as a buyer's agent. I will help a seller buy a home, but I'm not going around with buyers normally. Luxury listings, of course I'd make an exception, but I haven't driven a buyer around in years. Let's put it that way. I will, but it'd have to be in the right circumstances. But, so I was like, if I'm a realtor and I'm working with buyers, I can't be a member of NAR, because that agreement, I've said it in many videos already, you can see on my channel, that this agreement is crazy. Now, why is it crazy? It's because it cements in steering. When you say you're going to pay me 3%, and the seller's only offering 1% or 0.5%, who's going to make up that difference? The buyer? Most of the time, the buyers are using their down payment to buy the home. Most of the time, the buyers want to finance any cost. Most of the time, buyers are not in the financial position to come out with $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 extra on top of buying a home, when they'd rather probably improve the home, put in floors, change the house up, than give it to the realtor. They want the realtors to be paid by the seller. Now, given that that's true, you know what the realtors are being trained to say online? They're being able to say, well, if you don't want to pay me, then we're just not going to show you the homes that aren't going to pay us the $50,000 or the $30,000. Is that okay with you? Don't worry, we'll find you a great home. That's the training. That's steering. That, according to DOJ, could be unethical. It's certainly horrible for buyers if the process isn't there. And that's what this is all about. I have created this form that you can download, and I think it goes part of the way, if not a long way, to protecting the sellers. And then I will explain to you in the training the process that we're using in our brokerage that you can optionally choose to follow or not. I have a 2-step listing process. I think it's very important to avoid the price fixing and some of the anti-competitive practices. I explain why. You should have your sellers only offer flat fees and not percentage buyer agent fees, because flat fees are less likely to compromise the fiduciary duties of the buyer's agent, because that way the buyer's agent is not incentivized to have their client pay more, which is one of the specific comments DOJ made in the Massachusetts BIN statement of interest. So we have a process. I give free training on that, and this form that's going to be downloaded and updated in our community. So if you want the form, I'm also letting you go to the community, because I'm going to be doing the updates in the community. So I don't want to have to keep doing, basically, it's going to be your job to see the forms updated in the community. And I'm also going to ask agents to take these forms and make them prettier. I don't want to have personal liability for these forms. These are the forms I'll be using. It's already on their 10th iteration that I'll be using in my practice. I want it to be a community effort, and it's going to be in the community, and we'll have agents hopefully make it prettier in there. We'll also have the training in there, and right now it's all free. And you're going to say, why is it free? Well, the real cool thing is it's all about, for me, the Go High Level software. Go High Level software I've now customized for my real estate practice. I think it's pretty cool. You can white label Go High Level, and I've got an offer in there for agents that want to go to the next level and have a little more personal involvement from me in the process. All I have to do is subscribe to the software at right now. It's an unbelievably good price, and you get the AI employee absolutely free with, like, if you may have seen the video, I was like, can I make this thing do showings? Can I make this thing properly respond to buyer agent, to requests regarding buyer agent compensation? Can I make sure that AI absolutely says it's the seller offering buyer agent compensation, not we are our offer? It's the seller. Can I help control that? Can I make this more accurate than a regular employee? And even me, I would make that mistake all the time. Yeah, we're offering. I was like, can I say this specifically? You must state the seller is. And the AI would do. So I think the AI employee is actually pretty important too. And that will be, right now it's the form and the training, and then the upsell will be using the Go High Level software. So I'm providing this form really to get a lot of people in the community, get a lot of feedback. And really, I don't know where the community is going to go, but I hope it goes great places where we really discuss all these issues and we sort of take back the process from NAR and C.A.R. I mean, I don't have a problem with C.A.R. So let me just say, I don't really like these forms, and someone's going to have to step into this hole. We're going to have to be professionals about this, make sure sellers are well advised. And there's a big gap, a lacuna or a vacuum created. This NAR process is horrible because we've been so hamstrung by this process. And I'd like our eventually we'll be certified seller advocates, and we're going to take back the process so that we're not getting destroyed by terrible practices that take our work product and give them out to national lead companies who then use it to bring in all the people and then sell us the leads back. No, this is our data. Everybody should have, if the listing agent's done the work and taken the pictures and with the sellers done all the descriptions and the measurements and we're putting it up on a website, they should be paying the listing agent. Shouldn't be being sold back to the listing agent for 30 or 40%. Like, part of the reason that things are so high is because our data is going out to national vendors and then being sold back to us. It's our data. Every single one of those listings should say, for more information, go to the listing agent's website. Like that's what we're going to do. That's the long term. I want to get enough of us in here for free that we actually have some power to take control of this process. So please sign up for the community, get this form, get the training, and let's have a great year helping sellers sell their homes for more to multiple offers. Thanks, bye.